Hello again. I'm here to do a flip through of 2 more Christmas junk journals that will be available in my Etsy shop on Sunday, November 20th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I have a vintage Wonder Book and a vintage little golden book, Jingle Bells. Jingle Bells is spoken for, so will not be available, but I wanted to do a flip through for the woman who is purchasing it and also for inspiration. And I like to see different ideas of things to do, so I wanted to include it. But like I've mentioned in my previous videos, if you've seen them, I will have the measurements and number of pages in the description of the Etsy listing. I just want to do the video flip through so you can see all of the details. And we will start with Polly's Christmas Present. This, like I mentioned, is a little golden book and has 2 signatures. I did do an attached tassel with some waxed linen thread. There's just different gumball beads and buttons, little candy cane charms and light bulb charms, jingle bells, little miniature cookie cutters, that kind of thing. And we'll take a look inside. There is a library card pocket on the inside, so you can write the year, kind of the introduction to your little journal. This spine is somewhat flexible. I love the way that it feels. It feels more squishy in your hands and kind of can more easily compress and expand. I don't know. I just really like that semi-flexible spine. Anyhow, there are some paper clips with little jingle bells and beads attached. I just clipped in the cover page so that you had the copyright, which for this one is 1953 page, so you can do what you'd like with that. Could maybe attach it and use it as a flip and then do some journaling on the underside paper, or you could cut it, fussy cut the little dog out, whatever you'd like. And then this is a vintage postulette with just some cardstock stitched around this tuck spot. Like the other ones, I did make snippet rolls with some fabric and trims. So there's some vintage and newer fabric in here and some vintage and newer trims. And I use them to make pockets and just a little fabric ruffle. Vintage postcard and vintage stationery. This is a vintage milk cap. And then I also made matching washi tape with some of the fabric scraps. So that's what this is here. And then another little journaling card with some fabric ruffle. And I just paper clipped this little fussy cut image from the book out here. So if you want to add it to the journaling card or a blank page, whatever you want to do. I tried to paper clip a lot of things in so that if you want to take it all out and have more room, or kind of just make it more customizable for you. And then this is some like chenille rickrack recipe card. This one's really cool. I don't really know what that is, but it's they're little cupcakes with this little pole and a whistle attached. So I thought that was cute. But there's some recipes on the back and a scorecard. This is from a vintage Make It book, and some gift tags that you could make into a journaling card or take them apart and use them as actual tags or tabs on the side of the page, whatever you want to do. And another recipe card. And then there, throughout all the journals this year, I've added these little their name tags are not vintage, but they open like this, and I thought they would make cute little mini journals or little journaling spots. Or you could cut this part off and make it into a tab, make another tuck spot, whatever you can come up with. This is like a little sequin applique, a vintage greeting card. Left this open so you can close it, make it a pocket, or open it and do some more journaling on the inside. This is a page from a vintage Christmas cookbook. some vintage wrapping paper and postcard. These are pockets on either side. And then I tied a bow with the strings so you can add buttons or charms if you want to. Just kind of pull the strings down. And a tally, some money, and a little piece of cardstock with a fabric ruffle that can be opened for extra journaling and photo spots. This is a printable. I think it's from the old design shop, I believe is where this is from. Anything that I say is a printable that you want to know exactly where I got it from, just leave me a comment and I will be sure to look it up. And then this cardstock folds over. I just stitched around it for texture. And then I made a little pocket on the back of that greeting card. Here's the tuck spot with a vintage label in the back. And some rickrack. A little book page image that I stitched to some cardstock and a fabric ruffle. This is part of an image from this book I cut out and made it into a pocket. I added a little fabric ruffle for a journaling tag. Fabric tab, a vintage postcard. This I just need a clip in here. Another vintage postcard. And then this, I thought it would make a cute pocket, but you could also make it into a journaling card. So I'm going to just paper clip it in so you kind of have some versatility with what you want to do with that. And then, like I said, this, because of the way the spine is made, these lay like really, really flat, which is really good for when you're working in them. They lay really flat and stay kind of flat on their own. Some more little tags. The vintage napkin and doily. Here's some of the vintage gum wrapper chain. A photo and a journaling card and a vintage tally. Another pocket. Vintage postcard and postulette. These are little files from it was a vintage game about playing in the stock market or something like that. I thought they were really, really cute. So I got the game and I took the little pieces out. Another paper clip with some charms and a vintage playing card. Music paper. Another journaling tag. Vintage card. Some more of the fabric washi tape. Book page image. And another playing card with a journaling tag. This is some like glassine treat paper. It's just a fun texture, crinkly noise. And then I think it kind of is a neat cover lay for this white paper. So if you were to journal on the right on this paper and then it kind of covers it, I don't know, it's kind of a textural thing. Or if you didn't want to do that, you could tack it down and make kind of like a see-through pocket. Lots of different things you could do with that. And this is a book page from the Vintage Make It book. Another little pocket. These are all images from the book. This is another tag made from a book page image. And I made a little paper clip here. Vintage gum wrapper. This will make a super cute tab or a collage as you're doing your journaling. A vintage milk cap. A pocket with a tag. And another part of the snippet roll, and just a catalog card, postcard, and then some scrapbook cut-off papers that you can use as photo mounts or extra journaling tags. And that brings us to the end of Polly's Christmas present. Kind of another view of that. And then I will quickly go through Jingle Bells. excuse me, I'll try not to talk too much because a lot of the elements in all of these journals are the same. They're just used in different ways and a little bit different. But I did make them all at the same time. So another charm that's not removable. It is attached. And this is the little golden book. The library card pocket here with a tag. And some more pom-pom. This is the snippet roll for this one. Kind of traditional Christmas colors. A vintage green card, doily, paper clips. This I stuck here because again, this napkin I created into a pocket and put a little journaling card in, and then this just is, I left part of, this is an image from the actual book, and I placed him on there and left a little bit exposed so that you could slip a picture or a journaling card like this one in here. But if you wanted to do the picture, you could actually glue it down and attach it and just leave it kind of tucked underneath here. This is some more of that glassine paper, the treat paper, and a vintage price ticket. This is a vintage, excuse me. Sorry, I'm getting over a cold. A vintage recipe book page, and then I made a little tag here, and a vintage gum wrapper. Kind of the same elements. This is a vintage greeting card in this one. Let's see. Oh, this is another vintage greeting card. And they are written in, like here, this one is, I think this might be the only spot that one's written in. Yeah. And a page from the Make It book. Part of the vintage gum wrapper chain. Some fun elements for journaling here. Another tag. The wrapping paper, recipe card and label, postcard, catalog card, some Denison seals, paperclip charm, these are just elements paper clipped in here, the vintage tally, and a pocket with an image from the book with a large tag. This is an image from the book, and a little flip open tag here with a fabric ruffle. This is the vintage postulette and a bingo with a cut apart. Tab from the snippet roll. Christmas bingo with a little applique, vintage wrapping paper, and vintage stationery. These are not vintage milk caps. These were printables, and I layered them onto some, I used cardstock and chipboard and made them kind of the same texture feel as vintage milk caps. But all of them do have vintage milk caps in there somewhere. I just added these extra. And then this is paper clipped on here. This is one of those tags. And this is a vintage, no, this is not vintage. This is a printable price ticket. There's a pocket here. And this is some more vintage wrapping paper with the little tags here and the postcard. This is a journaling tag from a book page. A little paper clip. Postcard. Another book page image for a tag and some music paper. Postcard. Playing card and a little, another tag. This is a vintage postcard. This is just a little cut apart image you can use as a tuck spot or a tag. This is an image from another book. I'm not sure which book this came from. Might be The Night Before Christmas. But I've created it into a pocket. Another postcard and journaling tag with the snippet roll. Some more of the fabric washi. This is a little milk wrapper with a tag. Some more pom-pom trim. And that is the end of the Jingle Bells book. Like I said, this one is spoken for. So if you have any questions, please leave me a comment, and be sure to like and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. Have a good day. Thank you. Bye.